Hey everybody, Claire here, and I am sans makeup because I'm gonna show you guys how I do my makeup on date night. Date night is a pretty random, Mochi's definitely going to be coming in and out because I got some fresh flowers, so she's going to be devouring them. Aren't you? Craig and I kind of just we'll have random date nights, like evenings that turn into a date. We don't usually have like a night on the town. We'll go get Korean barbecue and see a movie. So usually I look kind of like this on date night. But for our anniversary, for instance, when I'm trying to kind of, do a thing, this is the kind of makeup I usually tend to do. I like to keep it really simple, really beautiful, and just kind of a soft, glowy look. A little different than my usual cat eye. All right, well, let's get started. I already have moisturized my face. And so the first thing I'm putting on is Facial Radiance Illuminating Moisturizer. This is from Fab Beauty. I'm gonna take a little bit of this and put it on my hand. And then I have L'Oreal Magic Skin Beautifier BB Cream. This was a random drugstore purchase. I just needed some kind of foundation, and I tend to like L'Oreal's products, so I just sort of grabbed it and it served me well. So I'm gonna blend these two together, and then using my finger, I'm just gonna kind of spread it across my cheeks, my forehead, nose, chin, etc., like that. And I'm also doing this without a mirror. I have a hand mirror, it'll come into play later to make sure I don't look completely foolish. I just like this because it immediately makes my skin look kind of glowy, evens out the skin tone. So next I take and I love this. This is called Dream Lumi Touche, which is Maybelline's version of Touche Éclat. Oh, it's probably Touche, not Touche. I don't know. I can't speak French. I like this though because the Maybelline one has a little more coverage. So my cousin Erica showed me this trick and I really like it. This is me before Erica taught me. This is me now. She says you want to do a triangle underneath your eye instead of the raccoon circle. And the reason why is because especially if you're having photos taken of you, you'll get these goofy circles under your eyes that illuminate back instead of it just being this even look over your entire face. Blend it all in. Depending on how many sleepless nights I've had or late nights, I might go over this a second time. So now that I have my concealer on, I'm going to get into the contouring. Hey! So this is Aesthetica Cosmetics, the Powder Contour Kit. I kind of feel like I should get the cream contour kit because I just tend to have a creamier thing going on, but for today, this is what I'm doing. I use these two bottom ones, this guy and this guy, to create the contour. And I have this angled brush by e.l.f. I got this at a drugstore. This is once again another good drugstore find. So I'm loading it up, tapping off the excess, and this is where I draw a face on my face because I have a perfectly round moon face. Okay, so I think most of you guys, if you've watched any Kylie Jenner beauty thing, you know how this works, but you suck in your cheeks, you make the kissy face, and you basically draw lines where you wish there was a shadow. So for me, that's under my cheekbones, under my whole jawline. I don't mess with the nose. That to me sometimes can look a little crazy. So I just keep it to cheekbones and the jawline. All right. And I always start from the back and work my way to the front. You want it to be darker towards your ear rather than really dark next to your mouth. It just looks weird. Okay. So you can see the obvious differentiation here. All right, I'm gonna load up and just do the rest of my face. I try to bring the shadow down too, just so there's not this painfully obvious line underneath my chin. I bring it down into the neck on the sides where you would naturally have shadow. So now I'm gonna use the back of the Beauty Blender and just kind of blend it all in. Because if I left this as is, I'm sure Craig would silently judge me. So for the eyes, I got this kit from NARS, Narcissist by NARS. L'amour, toujours l'amour. I love this eye kit though, because it's got a really wonderful sort of a variety, plus the completely unnecessary blue eyeshadow that comes in every freaking eye kit. I don't understand, it's they always have to put one bummer color in there where you're I'm never, you'll use up everything else except for the one, and it's always a purple or a blue or some kind of green, I don't know. So I'm going to load up on this kind of medium-sized brush on the ivory color, because this is my skin tone. I'm literally see-through. but go with whatever your skin tone is. And this is just to kind of create like a really nice neutral base. So there's this really sexy, pretty copper color. I kind of want to play with that. I actually totally have watched Kylie Jenner's makeup videos. I mean, I gotta say, like her makeup always looks really just, it's kind of like the reason why I love RuPaul's Drag Race is like the makeup is just taken to another level. So Kylie Jenner's newest eye kit has this really interesting copper tone to it, which to me is like, it looks a little orangey. Like when I've seen it on anyone other than Kylie Jenner, I've always thought, oh, it's a little orangey. But this one I like because it's more of like a standard copper. So I'm gonna load this up and this is gonna go in the middle of my eye lid, obviously not that. All right, so what I wanna do is just kind of coat the center of my eye in this lovely kind of copper tone. Sort of wash over the middle with it. I'm now going to go in with this guy, the little contour brush, and go for this like darker taupey color. I'm gonna take the darker taupey color plus some of the copper, just because I want it to blend nicely and mixing it together. And now I'm gonna use this to create kind of like a little bit of a fan moment. And if there's anything I've learned from RuPaul's Drag Race, which I love, by the way, if you don't watch it, well, you're missing out. It's such a good show, is that you need to kind of beat your face. So you just are gonna be blend, 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 blending. Because if you have hard lines, it just doesn't look pretty. You know, it just looks kind of harsh. And I don't know, it just isn't a good look. So now I'm gonna go in and contour just the outer edges. Because the truth is I have really deep set eyes. I do not need to contour that a lot. So now I'm gonna go back to this guy, the big one, and I'm just going to blend the whole thing together, just to really soften it. And now I'm gonna take the contour brush and just load it up a little bit less, so not quite as much, in that same darker color. And I'm gonna draw underneath just the outsides of my eyes and drawing it back up into the kind of swoop cat eye. So you can see it's a little hard underneath, so I'm just gonna use my finger. You can use a Q-tip too, and just soften it. So the last thing I'm gonna do on my eyes, other than mascara, is I'm gonna take these two really pale colors and mix them together. And I'm gonna go into my little tear ducts and then just underneath my brow line as well. This is a tip from my favorite makeup artist, Kevin Aucoin, who has passed away, but he has this book called Making Faces. And it's just the thing that, like, for me in middle school that dreams were made of. He just was so immensely talented and, oh, I loved it. But I guess he noticed that babies have this kind of like really pretty light kind of sparkle in their tear ducts, and it makes them look very young. Like that's something that he noticed for being youthful. So last couple of touches. First, I'm gonna do my brows. This is the Anastasia pomade, but my pomade container broke, so I saved all the pomade into this other little thing. It lasts forever. It like is so intense. So I'm loading up my angled brush. I don't use very much because, as you can see, I have barely any color to my brows, so I don't want to go too crazy. And I'm just going to color the whole thing in. And then last couple of touches, going back into this guy and using this kind of warm bronzy tone to be my bronzer. Loading up the angled brush, sucking in. And just doing the far outsides of my cheeks. So remember, blend, 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 beat your face. And then I'm gonna do a little more highlighter. And this is gonna go just right on top of kind of the usual suspect spot. So Cupid's bow, chin, cheekbones, a little bit on the nose, not too much though, because I feel like that's the spot that you would notice the most. And then on my forehead, same thing, just beating it in. And then I'm gonna take some mascara. You might have noticed that I didn't set anything with powder, and that's on purpose. I like a kind of dewier finish, but feel free to set with powder if you want and then put an illuminator or highlighter on top of that. I love Full and Soft by Maybelline. I think that's a really good one. And I have crazy lash extensions, so I just like to use only on the bottom lashes. And then same as before, I kind of use my finger just to break up any like excess. And then the finishing touch, some lipstick. This is so sad. I have like nothing left of it. This is Dolce Vita by NARS that I'm obsessed with. All right, let me make my hair date nighty. There. Well, that's it. That's my date night look. Just kind of bronzy, simple. I try to make it glowy. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed watching how I like to do my makeup when it's a special occasion. Please comment below. I would love to hear your thoughts. Do you like the look? What do you guys do on your date nights? All right, well, I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks so much for watching. See you next time.